Hello. At the risk of stating the obvious, in this video, I'm going to talk for a few minutes about what I consider to be three very important parts of having a healthy lifestyle. The first one, again, probably very obvious to most people, would be a healthy diet. But the problem is according to some people that I talk to and listen to in videos and just in life in general, most everyone thinks that they have a healthy diet, regardless of how much sugar they eat, or salt, or processed food, alcohol. So if we want to really get serious and think about what really is a healthy diet, I think we need to probably cut out the sugar, limit the salt to, I don't think salt is really bad for people as long as you just add it to the food after you cook it and put it on the table, as opposed to buying it all processed into food, such as luncheon meats and things like that. Personally, I like to stick to, whenever I can, salads. I think raw vegetables are the way to go. Any kind of meat that preferably isn't processed, such as baked chicken, grilled hamburger, without bread, and pork of any kind, really, even if it's full of fat, as long as it's not processed pork. If it's cooked on the grill or just like bacon fried in the pan on the stove, is good. It used to be thought that all that fat was so bad for you, but now, especially if you listen to Dr. Berg on YouTube, who I think he's like my food guru, you could say. Fat in meat is actually good for us, according to a lot of research now. And in fact, if you listen to Dr. Berg again, he really likes, and I think it's a good idea, to just eat eggs and bacon for breakfast, like in the good old days, and just try to cut out the bread and just the sugar that's probably not good for us. Anyway, I'm trying to keep this video very short. So, healthy diet, and no matter how healthy we try to make our diet, if we don't get adequate exercise, it's very hard, especially for the over 50 crowd. You have to have regular exercise. And to me, I don't mean like going to the gym for an hour every day. If people can do that, fine. But some people say, well, I get plenty of exercise. I go for a 10-minute walk at least twice a week. Well, okay, well, better than nothing. But I think I personally, I like to get on the yoga mat in the morning whenever I can, and just do not so much, it's not so important as to the exercise that we do as far as, but the part of the body that we work out. And I think the goal should be to keep our muscles toned and do stretches and things that keep our joints from getting stiff. It really does make a big difference, I think, when we get older, to have some kind of daily routine that does involve things that tone our muscles, such as push-ups and crunches and things like that, but also things that can keep our joints from seizing up, which is but there's plenty of videos online that talk about the exercises that we can do to meet that goal. And then the last thing, to me personally, is probably the most important of the three, and that is to have something in our life, some routine, daily routine, that enables us to control the stress the mental stress, emotional stress, any kind of stress in our lives, because as I say, stress is a silent killer. And it does produce cortisol in our bodies, which is a physical thing that is really bad on the body physically. So anything that we can do, personally, I like to do whenever I can. Well, when I'm in the routine of doing it every day, especially in the morning and again at night, um, if I can, is meditation of some kind or the other. I love to go just sometimes to just sit out on the porch and look at the stars at night, or sit out on the porch and listen to the rain when it's having a rainy day, or if it's a windy day, just sit on the porch and just watch the wind blow the leaves around in the trees. To me, things like this are they're very uh, good at like controlling or just relieving stress, the stress of the day. And but to each person, we each have to find our own way. But I just think that so many people ignore this because they do get busy with, if they're still working, they have children. It's just so easy to go from sun up to sundown, just doing all the chores of life and the things we have to do to keep life going. We don't think about taking, even if it's just 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes on a daily basis, preferably at the beginning of the day, so that we can get our mindset right to have a good day. And at the end of the day, to kind of let go of just all the negativity that may have built up in our bodies through the course of just dealing with what I call the rigmarole of life. And I think that if you've never tried this, you might be surprised at what a good thing it is if you do get into that habit of just doing something, particularly at the end of the day before you go to bed. And if we can have a good healthy diet, a good exercise program, and some way to relieve stress in our lives, then we probably can have a better night's sleep at night, which is, all research shows that getting a good night's sleep is one of the best things that we can do to keep good health. So anyway, again, I know for some people I'm stating the obvious in this video, but believe it or not, there are people who probably have never even considered, what does it take to have a healthy lifestyle. And so hopefully this video would be helpful to anyone who happens to watch it. So anyway, thank you for watching.